Why are you throwing Kieran?
Like, he's trying to grab the wrong one.
I dropped myself. Go back on the couch.
I go back. By the way, I grab most of the pillows on the couches here and
Back to my room.
make a little pillow fort here on the couch.
I gotta pee. I'll be right.
Gonna tuck Kieran into bed and wrap blankets around him and then settle down next to him.
The train passenger you pass as you start collecting pillows and sort of piling them up. Sort of squints at you as you do that. It's definitely a look of disapproval, but he doesn't say anything.
Okay, Soleil really has to hold back to just stick out his tongue to him, but he just doesn't do it. He's just gathering more pillows. This is gonna be the comfiest place in the whole train.
Just gotta work on getting feeling back into my fingers because they're really important to me.
You know what helps with that? A lot of pillows.
I have a really comfy bed with blankets.
Wow.
That also does the trick.
And pillows.
The next day in the journey is relatively quiet. There's no further problems with the train cart. And you watch the landscape rush past. Through the windows you see, accompanied by the constant rattling of the wheels, to the west the endless plains and forests north of Polythreme. To the east the skies darken like a distant storm. Silhouettes rise there like old and giant trees, dark spires curling into the sky. These spires rise out of the blight, their purpose unknown. It seems entirely alien. In your notes, Evelyn, you've read about these. They are not solid, made of the same material as the rest of the blight, the same gossamer thin black strands. They're almost woven like cocoons with nothing inside. The cleansers have burned some of these spires. They have been felled as well before, but always they rise again, knitting themselves back together.
I'm back.
On the sixth day, where would you be?
Is Soleil still sketching from time to time?
Yes.
You seem to enjoy sketching quite a bit.
Yeah, it kinda helps me. Kinda helps me memorize things.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, are you close to him or still sitting there on a?
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of close. We're not far away from each other, right?
right.
So yeah, he hands over his notebook to you with a certain page open, and it's one of the more complex sketches he's made. That's basically on both pages of the notebook, and it shows Red sitting at a piano, and basically nothing around him. But it looks like, yeah, like the moment where he played the Whalers Petition.
Wow. Thanks. That's really good.
It's just I feel like drawing certain moments that have an impact.
Yeah.
Just
Kind of helps you capture them, or
yeah.
like, yeah. Have you ever thought about teaching anyone else?
He looks very surprised. No. It's just been
I
a
just
hobby of
wonder.
mine.
Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah, I appreciate. I mean, this is, pretty good, and Well, I mean, he like hands it back to you. Obviously, I enjoy, you know, my hobbies and music and whatnot. And, you know, Evelyn enjoys. I don't actually know how to describe all the things she does, but you know, tinkering and etc. And I was just kind of thinking, I get worried about Kara sometimes. I don't really ever see her much into hobbies or, you know, much into anything but a bottle sometimes, if you know what I mean. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if back in the garden there was even something like hobbies and stuff, or if everything just revolved around the garden itself.
Yeah. That's kind of why
Maybe
I
she
suggest.
just, yeah, she feel like she really has to battle the fact that all of a sudden there's nothing that her whole life revolves around, that she has, yeah, I
I
almost
mean,
want to say
yeah,
free will to do what she wants.
it's something for sure. I mean, not that I blame her at all, but I mean, you know, I'm not terribly good at it, but I try to try out new things, and I don't think she really enjoyed the fire breathing though. But and I also realize I'm kind of annoying sometimes.
Oh,
Maybe we should like, go talk to her.
Yeah.
Maybe she'd enjoy drawing and something a little more quiet like that. That's what, you know. I was just kind of thinking.
By the way, guys, I've forgotten something. Who was the person I played dragon chess with? I tried to teach it to one of you. I don't know if it's Dava or Carol
I thought it was Catherine.
or Catherine. Yeah, I
might have been
don't remember.
Catherine.
Okay.
I don't think it was Kara, at least.
Yeah, maybe she would like. She would enjoy some, I don't know, games, or it's not much otherwise we can do on the train here, I guess.
Should we go down and inquire?
As you
Sure.
come to the end of your conversation, you notice another conversation in the seating lounge. Though everyone there usually tries to keep a low voice, this conversation is particularly hushed. As you look over, the eyes of the larger hobgoblin dart around as he speaks. But you can't quite make out what they're saying from this distance.
I think we were about to go that way anyway.
Yeah.
Do you try to, you know, sort of stealthily walk up there, or do you just walk past?
I wasn't really thinking about it, so I don't think it was stealthy.
I would try to be stealthily, but not like looking stealthily, but like using my
conspicuously.
paws to use the floor to not make
Okay.
too much sound, I guess. But I
As
walk normally
Red-
in a normal pose.
And as Red gets close, they immediately stop talking. Oh, you want to walk right next to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they stop talking as you pass by. And once the door closes again, you can hear the conversation resume.
I'm gonna try and see if I can hear something through the door.
Okay, so you just sort of sidle up next to the other door again and you
Mm-hmm.
try to just listen.
Yes.
Do you just listen against the door, or do you try to like go for the lock?
First I'll try if I can hear something through the door.
Give me a perception roll.
And also I give Red a short sign to not to wait for me, basically. What kind of roll?
Perception.
Perception.
You have advantage to hearing or listening. Then
I think cats have, but tabaxi don't. I think that would be a 17, but let me see if I have something there. Oh, it's the feline agility I only have. which is cool already. Yeah, no, it's 17.
Okay, yeah, you hear sort of. You don't hear one part of the conversation, but you slowly start to tune out the rattling of the train carriage below you, and then you make out a few words. And it's secured, hidden. The front car, right? You moved it? What was the trouble in the second car? Good. Don't let anyone close. We can't let it be found. When they start unloading, you'll cause a ruckus, knock someone out. Don't kill them. Don't make them call the guards. I'll slip out with the package in the meantime. What exactly do you put in? The vase? Leather? Okay. You secure it in any other way? Okay, good, good. You'll earn your split, don't worry.
The vase, he said. Okay. If I get the feeling that the conversation is over,
You notice the conversation's over, and just
I
as
try
you,
to get away
go
from
over
the door.
and close the door, you hear behind you the door open again.
And I
then-
put my before he comes in, I look at Red and put my pointy finger on my lips to just tell him that for now be quiet and talk
Door
to you.
swings
soon.
open right in front of you, Red, and the guy looks a little bit confused that you're just standing there by the door.
I
But
was
he
gonna say,
sort of
I'd
just looks at you
Be
and
like
walks around,
approaching the bar.
walks past, and gone.
Red? Something really fishy is going on here.
I'd, like raise an eyebrow and then slide around this guy down somewhere else.
Hello, Kara.
Hello?
Just act normally, but I'm gonna tell you something I just heard. I feel like something is about to happen soon. Something not good. And I tell them exactly what I heard.
Smugglers?
Yeah, it seems like they're either smuggling or stealing. They are gonna cause a ruckus. I don't know if this will be dangerous for anyone, but
Should stop them?
I think so.
You think it's just the two of them on the train, or?
It seems like one of them was the guy who was planning all this, or at least connected to those who were planning this, and the other guy was just someone who followed orders. But I could be wrong on this. At least these two, but I don't know if there were more. They weren't mentioned, at least.
So you said you heard something about the front car and then also unloading.
And they knew about the ruckus in the second.
Hmm.
And a certain vase. They hid something in a vase. And they were talking of additional precautions, so even if we find the vase, it might be, I don't know, trapped or something.
Yeah, they don't let. Well, if they're not letting people near it, that'd imply they have it watched. Would that be right?
Or maybe it's like behind some crates that you can't really get to without moving them.
Yeah, that could be too. What do you think the front car means? Like the front car of the train, or like the front, like storage car? Yeah,
I
'cause
mean, they
remember when-
called it the second car, where
Oh.
the ruckus was. So the first car might be the one behind that.
right?
Although
'Cause there's-
I'd agree that I would call the first car the one that's, the one that's driving us, the one in front,
yeah,
not in the back.
but it could be like the first storage, because there's the 2 storage cars and the big tank back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did they leave?
I saw one of them come past.
Yeah, the other one is still in, and I pointed the car to the front. One of them is still in there.
Do we want to confront him or do we want to go to the front of the train?
Don't feel like confronting him right now is the best choice of action.
We can assassinate him.
I'd rather.
Holy
Whoa, that turned dark. I was more
But
thinking
on
like
the Orient Express, turns out it was Kara.
it was Kara all along. I was.
You were wondering
thinking,
about your hobbies, but man,
Yeah. Your hobby is just murdering people.
wow.
Small bathroom break. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Okay.
I was more suggesting following him, but murdering him is another dimension here.
I'm pretty sure it's this cart here.
That's what I'm.
And it might even be that vase right there.
Might. Maybe we should take a look.
You
There
don't know
are a
these
couple of vases there.
Yes, there could be a vase over there, there,
Oh, this one.
or that one. But this one has stuff in it.
Yeah, I mean the thing way in the back should be hard to reach also for them, right? So I don't know if it's in there.
Right.
What if they had something to do with the accident?
Maybe.
Didn't seem like it,
Didn't
cause
seem like it, no. But what if?
yeah,
But they probably moved it out of this one after they almost lost this part of the train.
yeah. Makes sense.
Up to here. So I don't see anywhere else there could be a vase. Unless, like, you're putting it in a public space, which would just be stupid.
That looks like a vase right there.
There's a
No, no,
vase
no,
with
I
a
was- I'm
plant
sa-
right
Yeah,
next to
we're
me.
talking about
Yeah.
this wagon.
I was saying, this is probably... Oh, hi, Becca.
We're not planning anything without you, okay?
No, 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 no.
Just like I expected.
But yeah, we just stopped at that point where I'm just saying I was thinking more about following him stealthily, not assassinating him.
If he was gonna watch it, yeah. Why don't you go follow him? Should I grab like the others and we walk back there, or not yet?
Depends. I feel like always 2 at once should be close to him, and if we figure out that something is going on, we can split. One keeps following and one can get the rest, so we never lose sight of him.
Yeah. So. Oh, do you? Oh, I was gonna say, I don't know that Kara or I are particularly that stealthy, but if you follow him, I can do that like thing where I just kind of ping you every little bit from
Sure.
a further distance back.
Can't say I'm very stealthy.
Then you are our alarm. We can contact to tell the rest what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so Soleil, you just lead off, and we'll just hang back, behind you like a car or something.
Okay. For now, let's figure out where the guy is now. Um, from the voices we've heard, do we know which guy was the one that basically gave the orders? Was it the one that passed us here, or was it the one that stayed behind?
Not really. Unless you hear one of them speak.
Let's go to this wagon first. See if he's still in there.
Yeah, you see the hobgoblin still sitting there, reading the newspaper.
Is he smoking?
Yes, of course he is.
Good sir.
Mhm.
I have to admit I didn't expect this journey to be this long. And I don't have enough cigarettes with me. Would I be able to purchase one of yours, maybe? Because I'm getting a little nervous on the trip, you know.
Sure. He sort of ruffles in his coat for a moment, pulls out a pack and pulls out a cigarette. 1 gold.
Steep prices.
And
Yeah.
as he says that, his mouth sort of becomes this cruel smile.
You know how to make use of people in need, huh, Eli? See? Well, here's the gold then.
It's an orchid orc world. He takes the gold and hands you the cigarette, and he just sort of
What did he just say?
leans back again,
I didn't get it.
Orc
Flapping
eats
open.
orc.
his
Orc eats
newspaper
orc.
open.
Okay, that's
and-
good. Yeah, but from the voice, I feel like this is the one who didn't talk much, right? Or was it the one that talked?
It's definitely not the right voice.
Okay, because yeah, I thought so, but yeah, that makes me think that this is also the one I should watch, because he was the one who hid it in a vase and stuff. It seems like so. But yeah, thank you. And I go back, so I don't have to smoke in front of him because I would probably die. So yeah, I feel like he's still there. And I feel like he's the one we should watch. He's the one who got the orders from the other one.
So he's the one that's going to cause the commotion.
Yes.
So shouldn't we watch the other one that's going to try to sneak away while the commotion's happening? I mean, yeah, we watch him right now, but
Oh yeah, true. Because the other one was taking it out of the vase, right? During the commotion. Okay. Yeah, you're right. We should watch the other one. In the meantime, Kara, you could already tell the others that there is gonna be a commotion, so they won't be surprised by anything that happens.
But then the commotion's not the important part.
Yeah, but they have to know that, so Kara can do this.
Okay.
Are you messaging her?
We're
I mean,
sitting
you're sitting
Oh,
right
oh, I
between
thought-
us.
Never
Right
mind,
now.
okay.
Soleil's just so sneaky you didn't even see him.
Yeah. By the way, does any one of you two guys smoke?
Yes.
And I hand over the cigarette to her. This is an expensive one. Don't waste it.
Doesn't look expensive.
Well, it was expensive, even though it might not be quality-wise. Okay, so let's go to where the other guy left.
Okay.
Back of the train.
Okay, so you just walk towards the back of the train.
Yeah. And I guess on our way there, we're gonna take a closer look at everyone we pass. If there's anyone who looks a little bit suspicious or something.
Guess Kara's gonna go find Dilly too. Just gonna light the cigarette.
As you light the cigarette, you just hear, as you guys go towards the bank,
Where did you light the cigarette, by the way, Kara?
right in front of him.
No, in the next room.
Okay, just because that might be very important. Because I vanished with the cigarette, and like 2 minutes later, another person with the same cigarette comes passing.
So as you walk past these few compartments, they are surprisingly empty, but judging from the number of passengers, it's just sort of an empty train. As you enter the last compartment, however, you see a person to the right and the other one, the one that you'd noticed, the one probably giving the orders, sitting in a booth to the left.
Mm-hmm. To the left here, these books or notebooks or whatever it is, are they actually there?
Yeah.
So as soon as I see the other guy there, I tell Red, see, I told you there are some books here. So boring. Just sit down right next.
Boring? Oh, these are some classic.
No, not the books are boring. That's why I told you to come here. The
Oh.
train ride is so boring. So we can
Right.
each grab one of these and at least have something to do.
Watch, these are the most boring books on earth.
As you came around the corner by as
Oh, I
well,
see
so you
romance
sort of, stepped into the compartment. This guy looked up and watched you for a moment. The other guy, the one you're more interested in, he was just kind of looking out the window, and even as you stepped in, he didn't really seem to pay you any mind.
Perfect. Oh yeah, I look at the other guy that looks at us. Are these yours by any chance? We don't want to steal them.
Huh? No.
Is your name
stuff to do than reading.
Is your name Kermit? No.
Yeah.
What do you have to do?
Shut up, dude.
Please, don't make too much fun. I need people with my same accent to exist. Please.
What important thing you have to do here?
Getting through this train ride.
I see. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like I should just ignore him at this point.
What are the books about?
Well, one of the notebooks is completely empty. In the other one, you find scribbles of seemingly random people. Doesn't look like any people you've met on the train.
Who got the empty one?
Red has the empty.
It's a very good book.
Deception, real quick. Okay, alright, that's a 17, alright. So I just start describing a story that is completely from my mind and, of course, not related to anything that's in the book.
Give me a charisma check.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
that
The
was so
story
cool.
itself is an 8 out of 20 in quality.
By the way, Becca, can I sit like this, basically? My my legs basically into the direction of the...
Yeah.
So I can, like, sometimes peek around this wall.
As Red sort of explains the story, there's a few like moments where he's like, and it's about. So there's a few like hiccups where you're not quite sure how to complete the story, but
And then there was this cook who was a smuggler the person in the book hired, I guess.
What did you
Weird.
say its name was? Aleph?
Oh no, it says, I mean, it says here it was ageless. No, I misread it. Yeah, it was ageless. No,
It's Olive.
it's Olive. Man, the printing's smudged here. Sorry.
And in my book, if there are just some scribbles in there, I guess I'm gonna take some of them and improve them.
yeah.
Maybe
it
give
looks,
give some of
kind
the people like
amateurishly
hats
drawn.
or...
They're more like sketches, but you just kind of complete them a little bit, give them like random features.
Yeah,
Have
and
fun.
like hats and stuff, like just make them look
Curly mustaches.
more distinctive.
Giant snoz.
It's gonna be real awkward if this guy had already picked up these books and looked through them. It'd be real awkward.
So yeah, I guess that's what we're doing here.
Okay, so you just kind of wait and observe.
Mhm.
You sit like that for a few hours almost before, with a sigh, the guy gets up and walks into the next car.
Red? And you can see just Soleil's head, like, nudging into the direction of the door. Yeah.
Does Kara tell us what's going on?
I guess by the time Kara should have told you what... Oh yeah, maybe you should play that out.
Does he?
Yes, I will step into the wagon. Close the door behind me. Like, there's something happening. Red and Soleil are like...
Is the train coming unhinged again?
No, they overheard some guys talking about like robbery, or they want to do some. Just relay the information. Soleil told me.
That's not good.
Right. Do you know what this object is that they're trying to deal with?
No, I don't think they said.
Well, it sounds like they have an idea of where it is. Are we trying to get the object?
I think Red and Soleil are. They said they messaged me.
Ah,
But I thought thought you should know as well.
right. But nothing's supposed to happen until we arrive at our destination. Beggar, how far out are we roughly from our destination? Do we know?
Still a good week and a half or so.
Okay.
Damn.
I mean, if they think it's in the storage car, we've already been in the storage car before, dealing with the whole brake problem. We could just go back in and say we're following back up on that. Can't really do much about it and look around.
Guess.
Or they can continue to follow. Could always go over there at night as well when people are sleeping. See if they could sneak around and find what they're looking for. Or we could inform the train staff of what's going on. But
Not sure. They don't seem.
I'm sure we can let
competent.
Reds and Soleil probably need something fun to do though, so there's no harm. If they want to play spy and sneak around, I don't mind.
What if they get thrown out of the train though?
Oh, they won't get just thrown into the train. We're here by the bishops. Worst case they're going to do is start a fight.
No, I mean like what if the shady people throw them off the
Oh,
train?
well then that would be a problem. But I would hope that they can hold their own in a fight, or they'd let us know that there was an issue.
That's true.
Well, they said that they would send you a message, right, Kara?
Yep.
Well, so we'll stay on our toes. But I'm just gonna read through my notes here unless they need something.
Well, if it's helpful for them, you can let them know that I can kind of get the truth out to people.
Oh, that is probably good to know.
I'm just curious about how long they're planning on following these individuals around.
I can do that too. I know, they just wanted to check out front of the train.
Alright. Well, I guess I'll just know if they send you a message. Or we can at least let them do their thing for a bit, and if they don't get anywhere, then we can step in. Obviously, most of the intelligence of our group is in this room.
Yeah, let the boys play while for a while, and the girls can step in later.
Let them see what sort of mess they'll get themselves into. We'll go clean up.
Cool.
Look, I have 10 intelligence. I know how to form full sentences.
I can speak in full sentences.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I got 9, alright?
I know how to hold a man.
Explains the accent.
I also only have 10 intelligence.
Wow.
Soleil, do you follow into the next train? Like,
Yes, and stealthily.
immediately? Okay. Stealthily? I mean,
As stealthily as possible.
you open the door, and as you do, you see him sort of, put his coat off and put it into a suitcase on the lower bed of this double bunk. But as the door opens, he turns and looks at you. He closes the suitcase and stashes his bag under the bed. And then he sits down.
Since he saw me anyway. Are you coming, Red?
Oh, yep. I always have trouble with these platforms. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and we just pass him and see if someone's in here before. Maybe there's like some place.
Most of these beds seem unoccupied.
Okay, I guess then we just take the ones that are in the back here.
You notice as you walk past him, he's definitely watching you.
Yeah, I'm not looking into his direction at all. Because I'm just faking, not faking, but I'm just talking to Red on the whole way, so I have a reason not to look at him. So what do you think the last story meant? Metaphorically wise.
Well, you see,
Give me a perception roll, both of you.
Perception.
deception.
Deception.
Deception. Okay.
Deception.
Oh. Well.
18.
Where's deception? 9.
Maybe he's just not interested in the book, really. It's just like, I don't really care about your
Yeah.
stupid book. Act like I care.
Okay. Yeah. So do you know it's pretty dark outside by now. Do you just get into these vents and just wait, or do you pretend to leave?
I
I'm
think-
gonna
Yeah.
kind of check through the bed to see if there's like already someone else's effects here.
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, good.
And yeah, I guess after we're talking about the story, I'll tell you. Yeah, maybe we should tell Kara about the story. It sounds interesting. Wink,
Yeah,
wink.
honestly, I was getting a little hungry. I might dip back there for a snack before I turn in for the night. You want anything?
Would be great if you could bring me like some piece of cheese or something.
Is he
You
a
see the
cat
guy
or a
lying
mouse?
in the bed now. In the
Look, he's
lower
a cat who
bunk bed.
likes cheese. Okay?
But you can also clearly see that he is still looking towards, sort of the door in the hallway. As you jump down and start walking towards him, he pretends to look elsewhere, but...
This
obvious
awkward
that
game
this
of
is
just
still-
as
not looking
sneaky,
ever.
just as sneaky as we are.
We're not looking. He's not looking. Nobody's looking. Okay. Brad gets to about here before realizing he didn't actually know what he was supposed to tell Kara. Just something. He just walks all the way up here because he's still thinking about it. Oh, hey everyone.
Well, hi.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, totally. I just came up with probably one of my worst stories, but that's not the important part.
Right.
So the guy that we were following is back there, and he's not watching Soleil, who is not watching him. And they're both
Right.
not watching, I think, the luggage compartment, maybe?
So what is
But-
your plan, your end game plan here?
Yeah, I was trying to think about that as well. I was walking up here. I know I was supposed to tell you. I don't think we had quite gotten that far, to be honest.
Well, can't you message him and ask him what he wanted to tell us?
No, that's like 400 feet back there. Which, by the way, Kara was supposed to be in the cart, like right beside us, but apparently she wasn't.
What? I was
Oh, we
supposed
were-
to talk to him about it.
Yeah, but then, like, you could. Never mind, anyway.
Right. So, do you need us to get involved?
I honestly don't know. But I'm going to have to walk back there and sleep in a pretty. Actually,
Are you
it wasn't
sleeping-
that bad.
Or that last compartment that has the
Yeah, I guess so.
beds? Right.
I mean, we could just like walk into the storage compartment. It wouldn't be that hard.
Right. We've been in there before.
Oh.
Do you need us to go separately from you to keep up whatever ruse you've got going on, or do you just want to wait till they go to sleep to see if you can go back there?
I get the feeling that that guy's not really the sleeping too much type, but I could be wrong.
Well, it sounds like they're not going to be doing anything till we arrive, was what I'd gathered, at least from Kara.
No, but then again, I don't know how convincing that story was, like I said. So he could move it again if you don't like walk back there. Now, I
It
don't
might
know.
be a bit extreme, but I could just stay in the cargo cart. I don't need to eat.
That is true.
Well, if they're looking to cause some sort of trouble or they've gone this far, if they believe that whatever they're moving, whatever item they have on them is that important that they've gone to such great lengths to do so, it's probably worth them fighting over if they think that it's at risk. So if they're aware that you're going to start digging around for whatever they got, they'll probably instigate a fight if nothing else.
Although, yeah, maybe. What
If
do
you'd
you
like, we could always get the train staff involved, let them know that there's some concerns that we wanted to look into, ask if they can round everyone up. We can go look at the storage cart without issue.
I mean, it is.
That might just
dark
make them
now.
suspicious as well.
We could just like grab the guy and pull him into the cart, like right now, easy.
Right. But if you just want to rough him up a bit, see if you can get some answers, we could definitely do that as well.
What do you think, Kara? You seemed like
what?
She wanted to assassinate him.
I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna like say that, but I was kind of like,
Take him out and like question him.
yeah.
Soleil, what are
that's
you
I'm
doing
thinking.
in the meantime?
I'm lying on the bed.
Waiting for cheese.
Yeah.
Give me a con save.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I'm gonna just sleep. Cons, if I'm good at those at least.
Are you?
Oh, not that good, I guess. It's a 9.
It's really late. And it's really hot. You're lying in this bed, just sort of looking in the hallway, and then occasionally your eyes just start sort of closing, and you shake yourself back awake, but man, it's really hard.
All right. So we just question him. Let's just go do it.
We'll just head into the storage room with the storage cart, and if he wants to follow us, we can say we're heading in there to inspect some of the damage from the other day. If he follows us in, then we take care of him.
Yeah, we're just gonna do the silence thing so nobody else wakes up, and we'll just.
I could
Sure,
go
sure.
invisible too.
Here comes the murder squad.
That's right, Becca.
This is what happens when we get bored. It's dangerous.
Throw us on a train for a week.
Is there, real question, is there lights in these end cards?
Not a lot, but there are some at the ceiling.
So is it like dim light?
It certainly is in the sleeper car.
Okay. Hold on. Can I cast a song? Or a creature? I'm gonna cast greater invisibility on myself.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Soleil on his head looks like he's breakdancing, actually.
That's not how you sleep. No dancing in your sleep.